Item 752. Tree and brush removal. 1. Description. Remove and dispose of trees, brush, shrubs, and vines. Trim trees and shrubs. Remove stumps. 2. Materials. Furnish commercially available pruning paint. 3. Equipment. Provide equipment necessary to complete the work. 4. Work methods. Perform tree and brush removal and trimming from right-of-way line to right-of-way line or other widths and locations shown on the plans. Ensure trees, shrubs, and other landscape features that are to remain are not damaged. Dispose of debris within 48 hours of cutting, off the right-of-way, in accordance with federal, state, and local regulations unless otherwise approved. When approved, chip debris and spread in a thin layer on the right-of-way. 4.1 Tree removal. Remove trees of various diameters as shown on the plans, or as directed. Remove tree stumps to at least 12 inches below the surrounding terrain unless otherwise shown on the plans, or as directed. Backfill holes with acceptable material and compact flush with surrounding area. 4.2 Tree trimming. Remove dead tree limbs. Remove tree limbs to the limits shown on the plans. Prune trees in accordance with Class 1V National Arborist Association pruning standards for shade trees. Make cuts as close as possible to the trunk or parent limb without cutting into the branch collar or leaving a protruding stub. Remove suckers to the height of the lowest main branch. When removing limbs 2 inches in diameter or larger. Undercut 1/3 way through the limb 8 to 12 inches from the main stem. Remove limb 4 to 6 inches outside the first cut. Remove stub with an even flush cut so that a trace, collar, protrudes approximately 1/2 inches. Do not allow limb to fall free if it can damage other limbs or items. Treat exposed cuts on oak trees with wound dressing within 20 minutes of the cut. Disinfect tools with 70% methyl alcohol, benzalkonium chloride, chlorine solution, or other approved disinfectant when trimming oak trees and when shown on the plans before cutting, and sterilize/sanitize again before cutting another tree. Avoid pruning between February 15 and June 15, the period for maximum insect and fungal activity. 4.3 Brush removal. Remove brush including, but not limited to, bushes, small trees, and vines growing within the right-of-way by cutting parallel to and within 1 inches of the ground and to the limits shown on the plans. Remove brush from under bridges, around culverts, and in channels to the limits shown on the plans. 4.4 Channel work. Trim trees and remove brush to the limits shown on the plans, including areas under bridges. 4.5 Stump removal. Remove tree stumps at least 12 inches below the surrounding terrain unless otherwise shown on the plans, or as directed. Backfill holes with acceptable material and compact flush with surrounding area. 5. Measurement. This item will be measured as follows. 5.1 Tree removal. By each tree of the diameter specified. The diameter will be measured 3 feet above the ground. Trees less than 4 inches in diameter are considered brush. Trees with multiple trunks at the point of measurement will be measured separately and paid for according to the specified diameter. Removal of the stump is subsidiary to tree removal. 5.2 Tree trimming and brush removal. By the center line mile of the dimension specified. Center line mile is defined as the continuous measurement along the center of the right-of-way. 5.3 Tree trimming and brush removal for channels. By the acre. 5.4 Stump removal. By each stump removed. This item is for stumps where others previously removed the tree. 6. Payment. The work performed in accordance with this item and measured as provided under measurement will be paid for at the unit price bid for tree removal of the diameter specified, tree trimming of the dimension specified, brush removal, tree trimming and brush removal, and stump removal. This price is full compensation for removal, trimming, disposal, equipment, traffic control, labor, and incidentals. When not shown on the plans as a separate pay item, payment for tree trimming and brush removal in channels will be included in payment by the center line mile. When shown on the plans as a separate pay item, tree trimming and brush removal in channels will be paid for at the unit price bid for tree trimming and brush removal, channels, dot. The limits shown on the plans are the limits for pay purposes unless otherwise modified in accordance with Article 4.4, changes in the work.